Hey everybody, I want to introduce to you my YouTube friends, Will and Cameron. They're from the Weekend Homestead, and they made a quick video for us, so let's check it out.
Welcome to the Weekend Homestead. The Weekend Homestead is a channel that covers a lot of different topics. We have a property out in the country. We live in the city during the week, and on the weekends we go up to our property. We do all sorts of homesteading projects, tractors, hiking in the woods, family activities. We do a lot of stuff like Sherry does, gardening, we're getting into beekeeping, a number of things like that. If you like what we're doing and you like what Sherry's doing, make sure you subscribe to both of our channels. There'll be a link at the end of the video. Today's project is fairly straightforward and simple. Let's get into it. Ready, buddy? This is my friend Cameron. He's going to help us today. He helps us with a lot of projects out of the property, but he's really interested in this one because we're working with his favorite food, peaches. So for this, what we're going to do is we're going to dehydrate some peaches in some lime juice. And what it does is they get really crispy and kind of tart sweet at the same time. And it's a fun chip, kind of light and refreshing for the summer. So I'll show you the simple things you need today to get this project going. First thing, very simple, peaches. We just buy our peaches at one of the big box stores or wherever. Pretty straightforward. Some lime juice. We just use the all natural stuff. A cutting board and knife. You'll need a bowl and then a dehydrator. Any dehydrator will work. Ours has just some settings on it, really simple. We set ours to 135. We'll let these run for 8 hours. Very straightforward. All right, so step number one is we're gonna cut our peaches. What I usually do is just cut them in half. Like so, and then just pop them apart, and then you just want to cut them into wedges, you know, fairly thin. You want to be about a 1/4 inch or less. All right, so we're continuing to cut these apart. What we found is one peach fits one tray in our dehydrator. We're just going to go through and cut a bunch of these up. We'll lay them out and move on to the next step here. All right, we're on to step two. Step two, just take some lime juice, regular bowl, put some in there. And now these peaches are basically all cut up in these sections. We just toss them in like so, get a little lime juice on them. And then we're just gonna lay them here in our dehydrator. These will dehydrate for about 8 hours. Depending on your dehydrator, you could go as high as 10. What you want them to be is really dry and let them get kind of crispy so they're kind of like chips. It's a nice alternative when you're going on a picnic or anything like that. Instead of getting potato chips, give these to the kids, and it's all natural, you know, really easy, really simple to do. And you know, you get that kind of sweet, tangy taste. It's sweet from the peach and the tangy from the lime juice here. And if you're ever doing dehydrating stuff with fruit, one thing that you can do is put orange juice or lime juice or lemon juice in a bowl and do this. And like if you're doing apples, if you ever dehydrate them, they turn brown. If you put that little bit of citrus on them, they won't turn brown. So using lime juice, lemon juice, or orange juice, one, adds a different flavor, but two, preserves the color of your fruit when you dehydrate it. For us, we like dehydrating our fruits and things like that because it's a way to get our summer and fall fruit through the winter. It stores really well. Once it's dehydrated, we'll put them in mason jars or store them inside plastic bags, and it works really well. And of course, if you ever have some oddities and stuff like this, we always have a helper here to take care of those for us. You like peaches, buddy? Uh-huh. Like I said, any food dehydrator will work for this. We just have a really cheap and inexpensive one we got on Amazon. I'll have a link in the description down below for the one we got on Amazon. It's real simple, it works really well. It has some very simple settings on it. You can do jerky, different meats, fish, nuts, seeds, all that kind of stuff. So, you know, we'll get stuff from the garden. Mrs. W will dehydrate it for, you know, keeping it over the winter. I'll do jerky and stuff like that when we get closer to hunting season, and we do this kind of stuff for summer. So literally just put this on, set it to 135, plug it in and it's going. Now we're gonna let this run for about 8 hours and we'll check it. In the meantime, why don't we go out to the property and we'll show you around. All right, so we're back here at the house. It's in the evening. We've all showered and changed. It was a nice day out. We actually cut it short. If you take a look at the radar, we've got some pretty significant storms coming in here. One thing I'll say for anybody who's a homesteader, outdoorsman, or just anybody in general, get a radar app for your phone because we have some really big storms coming through. So looks like it's super dark outside, but actually it's only about 6 o'clock. All right, so our food dehydrator here has been running since this morning. Everything's been going well. We'll open it up here, take a look and see. As you can see inside, everything's turned out pretty good. I'm gonna take a couple of these out of here. Just put them on a plate. Now that they're a little soggy, but that'll be all right. What'll happen is we're gonna turn this off and let it sit for about an hour or so for everything to kind of cool down and come up to room temperature. At that point, these will become very crispy like chips. They kind of have a little bit of a sour flavor because of the lime juice on there, but definitely a great summer treat. We'll take these and put them in a plastic bag, or if you have a mason jar, put them in a mason jar, put the lid on, and that should be everything. All right, do you want to try one, bud?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Good.
All right, so we'll just take the cover off of this, let this cool down. Once that's done, we'll bag all this up, and it's a real easy, simple project anybody can do.
This has been the Weekend Homestead, living a simple life, one weekend at a time. Thanks for watching.
Hey, thanks for watching. Make sure you subscribe to both the Weekend Homestead and Sherry's channel, Flannel Acres. Definitely a lot of cool stuff on both channels. Check in every once in a while. And Sherry, thanks for having us. Bye. If you take a look at the radar, we've got some pretty significant storms coming in here. We got stuff floating around, trees going down. This is intense. We have trees snapping, power's out. Huge trees down in the yard on that house in the back. It's gotta be at least 70-mile-an-hour winds. Trees are coming down. Power lines are down. This is intense. I've never seen a storm like this. Well, we're in the dark here. So during the video, I held up my camera and I said, hey, take a look at this storm that's coming through. Well, as you can see, we are working by candlelight. The peaches are right here in the trays. I'm gonna cut in a little bit of video and photos over the top of this. We got hit by two major things. One, when the storm started, the house got struck by lightning. And number two is we got hit by either straight line winds or a small tornado because there's trees laying on the house on the side here, damage up and down the road. There was a camper that was picked up and moved 5 feet over. People's boat lifts with the boat in them picked up and flipped upside down and currently sitting in the water. So we got hit by a major storm, but figured finish out our peaches here in the dark. This kind of stuff happens, you know, you got to be prepared. We've got flashlights, we've got food, we've got everything we'd ever need here to take care of everything, and you know, we'll get everything in the yard cleaned up. The family is safe, everybody hunkered down in the small room in the house here, and I'll tell you, the wind was really super strong. I couldn't even see out the windows because of all the stuff that was getting blown against the side of the house here, but everyone's okay, and all the stuff that got damaged tonight can get fixed, but we thought we'd share this little part with it as just kind of a bonus little extra piece. But we're going to enjoy some peaches here. When they're done in the dehydrator, you just let them sit out, cool off, and then we just put them in a plastic bag and we're good to go. So this is the Weekend Homestead, living the simple life, or kind of living the simple life, one weekend at a time. Thanks for watching.